Greetings, everyone. Another wonderful day. God bless you. I hope everybody is having a wonderful day. I hope everything worked out for you today. Today, well, tonight, I'm looking forward to this interview. Out of all the interviews, I'm looking forward to this one. I just wanted to share a little background music, and we're gonna do some house cleaning. We're gonna get on with the show. Again, welcome to MAP TV. The what's this Thursday edition? The Thursday edition. So, anyway, today has been a wonderful day, blessed day, another day that God has blessed us to see. And we have a very special guest here today, and we're going to bring him on so he can tell his story. So, we're going to give you a little background of this young entrepreneur, businessman, family man, great young man I met at the taping of Mike Larry's I'm Trying Not to Backslide, which will be on Netflix. And when we find out that information, we will let you know. But the gentleman, his name is Marcus Gleaves, and he's a fantastic young man. I don't throw words out, y'all know, unless I think they really fantastic. This young man is a comedian. He's an entertainer. He's an actor. He's a model. And he has his own Gleaves LLC. And later on in the show, he's going to talk about his backpack giveaway. Okay, this young man, I met him a few weeks ago, and then I just felt led to ask him to come on the show because he's special. He's different. He decided to make a plan and make it happen. And we're so honored that he decided to come on and be here with us. So, without further ado, let's bring on our guest, Mr. Marcus Gleaves. Let's get the applause up in here.
Hey, what's up, y'all? How you doing? Hey, thank you so much. I appreciate you having me on the show. It's an honor, man. Thank you so much.
No problem, man.
Thank
No
you.
problem. So, why did you get into comedy?
Well, that's kind of funny. So my dad is he's really funny. He's never considered stand up comedy or any kind of comedy. He's just always been like super funny. So I get my funny gene from him. And just growing up, I've always been the funny cousin, funny brother, funny uncle. Um, just the funny person around. I really like comedy. At first, it was like something to like deflect, certain things because being the chunky dude in school, you ain't trying to always get talked about like, oh, he's fat, what I'm saying? So you want to have a joke ready, you want to,
Right.
what I'm saying? So that's honestly what happened, man, and then I got into doing skits, on Instagram. During the pandemic, it was like November 13th. I remember it specifically. That was my first skit. It was like 2021, I think, 20, or 2019, one of them two. But I put it out there. It went well, and then after that, I just like started having my creative juices flowing because I love movies. I love comedy, so I put those together, and writing the skits and trying to be funny with it started working, and I would tag like everybody, just anybody in there. Um, and I tagged Mike Larry in a few of my skits, and that's how I got into stand up because he had hit me up. He was like, "Yeah, man, you seem like you're a pretty funny dude, man, but you ever get on stage?" I'm like, "No, I've never been on the stage before." He's like, "Yeah, man, just think about it." So he was like, I got a class and everything I'm thinking about doing. My first one filled up, but you can get in on the second one. So I ended up getting on that first class by the grace of God, and then the story's still being written, man. So
Wow. So, Mike
yeah,
personally invited you to be a part of the class. That's awesome.
yes,
Now,
yes, yes.
were you ready for it, or did you have some second guesses?
Um, I felt like I was ready for it,
Okay.
just on the simple fact that I always had this motto: like, if people gonna laugh at you for your jokes, they gonna laugh. If they don't laugh, that's cool too. Either way, regardless if I get the laugh or don't get the laugh, I'm still gonna try to get better for the next time. So I was very mentally prepared for it, just because it's something that I've always had a passion for, which is making people feel good, and through laughter, I've been able to do that. So.
That's wonderful. That's wonderful. So, who are some of the comedians besides your dad that you looked at for inspiration?
Man, it's so many because I didn't even realize when I was younger that I was like enjoying comedy. I just will always see my parents watching like funny movies like Rush Hour, like Chris Tucker. Of course Bernie Mac, rest in paradise to him. When I got a little bit older, figured out who Dave Chappelle was. Take it back even further, Red Fox. Um, used to watch Dolomite. They used to my parents used to always watch Dolomite, the original like the black exploitation films. Yeah. Um, then I saw the remake with Eddie Murphy and the rest of the cast. It was great. Martin Lawrence. Um, I feel bad because I feel like I'm leaving some people off, but like Def Jam comedy, of course, like seeing some of them, like it was just yeah, just that. Then when yeah, it's like hard because I don't want to be disrespectful and leave somebody off because I've seen all those acts like um like Earthquake. It's just great. And then when I start paying attention to Detroit comedy, I seen a few comedians. Like I remember the first comedian that I saw from Detroit was Josh Adams,
Okay.
and that was because I went to some event. I want to say it was like before the pandemic, and there's people like, yeah, we about to go down here to this place called Punchline. They got $2 lamb chops. I'm like, all right, for sure, $2 lamb chops. I got $20. We better go crazy. You know what I'm saying? And then of course it was no lamb chops. Like black people and lamb chops, $2.
Right.
That was the trifecta right there. But when I went up there and I saw Josh perform, I was like, okay, yeah, he's dope, man. Like yeah, I like how he went about everything, and it was good. Actually, I think my frat brother TG was hosting it. His name's TG, the host. So I think that's how I got the invitation to that. So yeah, it was dope, man.
That's good. That's good. That's good. So when you signed up for Mike Larry's class, how did that go? How long was it? And what happened while you were going there?
Man, okay, so when I signed up for the class, I was terrible. Like as far as like trying to get some jokes off because it was my first time like trying to say a set, and it was just everywhere. It wasn't like boom 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 boom. It was like, oh, some over here, some over there, some right here. And like just taking that 6 week course, it was amazing because I was able to, what Mike says is take the fluff out. Take the fluff out your jokes, get straight to it. And just developing that set has really helped me. Cause now when I go on stage, I could go into my set, deviate from it, come back into it, and because I know how to write a set now, I could say something that have been writing down, that I haven't like perfected yet, but I could tweak it enough on stage to be like, oh yeah, like I know what I'm doing. So that class, I tell everybody, I even tell Mike, like that class was so beneficial. Even with my skits now, man, it's like bro, like we're getting better every day. We're not where we need to be, but we getting there. So
My hats off to you, Marcus, because just your faith to go to it. Number one. Number two is you endured it. Number three, you were a humble servant and you learn. Number four, when it was your turn, you performed. And number five, you on the stage for a Netflix special that has
right,
never happened in the city of Detroit. Just think if you wouldn't have. And look at all the exposure that has been attached to your one faith, your one step. I applaud you,
amen.
young man. I
Thank you,
applaud you.
thank you,
I was like,
thank you.
when y'all got on stage, I was like, who is that? I said, wait a minute. You all cool and calm and dressed professionally, but I didn't know.
Absolutely.
I wasn't ready. And the crowd wasn't either, man. Y'all brought the house down, and I applaud you because you set the table. So when Mike Larry came out, all he had to do was flow. So you, Malachi, and Uncle Smooth, y'all represented well.
Yeah, shout out to one Mike. Shout out to one Mike. Absolutely.
Yeah,
Yeah.
one Mike
And
Entertainment. Yes.
it was just amazing, man. Just that roar, and people were laughing at like jokes that we've been working on. You know what I mean? Like it's just amazing, and it's even better when you um take the time to think about your jokes and you take like real life experiences and put them in there, and then you know, try to put them in that set, you know, that you've been practicing for 6 weeks, and you hit all these open mics, and it's like that's like the moment right there, and then you got 1,600 people laughing at what you said in a positive matter. You know what I'm saying? Like
Right.
it was kind of like wow. You know what I'm saying? Like I ain't had that many people laugh at me since, you know what I'm saying, I was in school, and everybody's like, ah, you know what I'm saying? Like, you know, but it was like wow, man. It was dope.
How did you feel when you walked out the back room with us and it was your turn to go on that stage? Did your adrenaline kick in? How did you feel?
I felt calm. I
Wow.
felt really calm. And I've had a few experiences that like made me feel like when you have to be in that moment, you have to be calm. Number one, um, when I was in school, when I went to Wayne State, there was an incident. I was shot, right? So, and in that moment, I had to be calm. If I wasn't calm, I probably wouldn't be here right now. You know. Second thing, I was selected to go to the Keenan Thompson Ultimate Comedy Experience in Dallas, Texas. This was, I want to say, about 2 months ago. I was there, and it wasn't the same amount of people. It was like a movie. Rows were way up, and then I went and looked up, and the light hit me in my eyes. So it was like a deer in the headlights moment. I had to snap out of it really quickly and just get to my set. But like having those moments like kind of prepare me to like, one, always be calm with something, always understand your surroundings, always understand the moment, so you don't mess up. You know what I mean? And you know, proper preparation prevents a piss poor performance. So it was literally right there. I was like, we here. We've done everything we need to do to prepare for this moment. If we weren't prepared for this moment, we wouldn't be here right now. If Mike didn't think I was prepared for that moment, he wouldn't put me there to, one, represent myself and my brand,
Mhm.
and two, represent himself and our brand as One Mike Entertainment. So like it was the right moment. It was everything.
So, did you get a chance to meet Keenan?
No, he wasn't there. He wasn't there.
Okay.
His representatives were there, you know, and at that moment I felt like I could have done better. You know how it is when you like do something, you're like, man, I should have did like this, but you know, everybody was like, oh, you did a good job, you know, but you know, so it was cool.
Okay. So, where are some of the places you have been citywide? I mean, not just in Michigan. Where have you been with your comedy?
Um, Besides Texas, I'm trying to think. That's about it. I'm going to be in Atlanta, uh, in a couple weeks for a showcase. Um, of course, like different open mics around the city. I'm planning on going out the state. Like now that I have like an understanding of my set and have like that big on stage experience to be like, okay, let me go out of town, you know, to be able to do well. Because I don't want to make myself, Detroit, might look bad and mess up. You know what I'm saying? So I wasn't trying to really travel again until I was like, all right, for sure, we leaving, no doubt. So now I feel like I'm able to do that. You know, I'm still gonna take my time with it, of course, but yeah.
Well, you're doing right. Honing your craft, getting better, getting a whole different audience, and that's wonderful. That's wonderful. So, what kind of things inspire you when you're writing jokes? What kind of things inspire you to make a joke?
Life experiences. Um, that's number one. I might honestly, like, my mind works like this. Like my whiteboard right here has different stuff that I write on it for like ideas, or you know, conversations that me and my family have, me and my girlfriend have. You know, just honestly, yeah, that's honestly it. You know, just trying to have my creative juices flowing with something. You know, or taking like real life situations and trying to tweak them to make them like appeal to be funny. Kind of like if you were to see like your favorite show or something, how they always have to make sure that they take real life experiences that everybody can relate to and make them funny. You know, so like that's something that I do.
Okay, okay. What do you watch television? Do you watch sports?
Yeah, so I don't got cable, so I normally it's a rip off, man. I'm telling you, just go get the Fire Stick, jailbreak it one time. You got everything you need right there. I swear, I can hook you up. Okay,
I
but,
got you,
but
dog.
you feel me? But nine times out of ten, like me and my girlfriend, we work from home,
Okay.
so like we just throw Family Guy on in the background, which is hilarious. I love Family Guy. Um, then you'll see something like I watch, let's say, Undisputed with Shannon Sharp,
Oh yes, that's a
and
good show.
I start. Yeah, I love that show. I started doing his impersonation, Peter Griffin impersonation, because I watch him all the time, and like just anything that I can find on Cinema, which is a app that I downloaded from Jailbreaking the Fire Stick. So
Oh,
yeah,
oh,
so,
okay, player. We
yeah.
gotta talk off the show about that.
I got you.
Gotcha. So, what has happened? Oh, first of all, did you know? When did you know that that was a Netflix special? Because I didn't know until we got in the
When
back.
Yeah, I actually knew about it when he had announced it to the group chat, or like to our group, I should say. Saying, yeah, I'm gonna be doing my one man show. It's gonna be taped for Netflix, and I was like, oh, cool. I was like, that's super duper dope, And when he told me that he was thinking about having myself, Brandon, and Malachi on there, I was like, okay. Like that was I was like, bet. 'Cause I was just getting myself mentally prepared. I had even asked him, I'm like, are you still considering? Because at that moment, I feel like Mike could have had anybody on there, any experienced person that's been killing the game. Detroit's so full. It's so full of just talent. It was so much talent in that back room that you saw. You know what I mean? It was so much talent in the audience, comedian wise.
Yes.
It was just it was just like, but you said you wanted me to go. It was just like, it was a very humbling experience, and it was like, wow, thank you. So yeah, like when I found out it was taped for Netflix, I was like, okay, make sure that you got a blazer on. You know what I'm saying? So that's why I had my blazer on and everything. I'm like, all right,
You
we're gonna
sharp
look good.
player. You sharp
Thank
dog.
you, thank you, thank you, thank you.
Man, I didn't know until I got in the back. Because, okay, let me show you the connection that we have with Mike Larry. Just like Mike Larry saw you, I used to be the photographer for the Clean Comedy set that he did on Sundays. And we did this for almost 2 years. And so Mike called me that Friday before the event. He said, Kel, what you doing? You get your tickets there? I said, man, I ain't got them yet. He said, man, just come. I said, huh? He said, yeah, just come. I didn't know there was a Netflix special, man. I know nothing until I got to the back.
Right.
And then I get to the back and I see all these folk. I saw you, I saw Malachi, and then I saw uh, Brandon, Uncle Smooth. But then I didn't know that Mark Gregory was coming. And that's Dick Gregory's nephew.
Oh
Mark
wow.
was there, yes. Then here comes Jay Will, here comes Josh, here comes Blackberry, here comes Craig Capone, and then here comes Ha Ha Davis. I was done. And they were
Yes.
so
Yeah.
cool and supportive, man. I was like, y'all all right. They was like, look, we come to support Mike. We had conversations while the thing was going on. There's some great guys, man. And
Absolutely.
just for you to be there to see that and to see the crowd, man, it was comedians all in the audience. It's a tons of them. I was like, my goodness. But my hats off to you, man, because you showed up, showed out, easygoing, prepared, business card. I'm like, and sharp. I was like, look
Yes,
at
sir.
that brother. Where
Yes,
you get
sir. Got
that
to keep it
blazer
business.
from?
Yeah, Salvation Army. You know what I'm saying? Not to the thrift store. Yeah.
Salvation
Yep.
Army. Oh man, you ain't got no sense.
Look, man.
You sharp. You
Thank you
sharp.
so much. Appreciate you.
So, what does your girlfriend think about the performance once she saw it?
Oh, she thought it was amazing.
Really?
Like when, yeah, and I'll say this, I know it might sound cliche, but when you do find you someone, whether whoever it is, when you find someone and they believe in you and you believe in them and you just pour into each other, it's one of the most amazing things ever, because you know before I had got with my girlfriend, I really didn't have like a direction of what I was trying to do, because I was out here, just dating and dating scene. You know how it is. And then when you find that person who compliments you so well, and you can just focus, right? And being able to focus has really just been the greatest thing, because now you have someone who loves you. Now you have someone who is there to pray with you, someone that you can vent to, someone that you can just everything. So it was just like it the, from her just telling me the performance went well, from her hearing me run a set a billion times a night, from her recording my skits. We honestly just got done recording the skit before I came on here. You know what I'm
Really?
saying? So it was yeah, because we're trying to we're not trying, we're doing this together. You know,
That's
like we
wonderful.
are trying to capitalize on our brand, get just mind our business, do our thing. You know what I'm saying? That's it. So like she thought it was good to answer your question. You know.
I was impressed of all of that you said, but when you said prayer, that hit a nerve with me. I was like, oh, this is why I had to ask this gentleman to be on this
Yeah.
show, because I was like, Lord,
Hey,
who's next? And he said you, and I said, okay. So I reached out, and here you are today. Yes, I'm impressed. What you
thank you.
all are doing, the LLC, what you're doing, impressive. How to give back, and man, you're funny. You're funny.
Thank you so much.
Keep
Thank
at it. Cause I was like, and thanks for listening to the people that came and sold into y'all when we was in the back. Everybody don't know that conversation, but we was there. And
you.
to
Right,
take
right.
that and just go out there and kill it.
Yes.
And Mike was happy. Mike was
Yes.
happy. Y'all made it easy for him because by the time he got out there and did the set, it was good. But man, that place was bananas. I ain't never seen that place
Yes.
that packed.
Right. That was
No.
it was an eye opening experience. And very just like gratifying, because Mike and I we did a play there. I want to say about 3 months ago, called Old Heart.
Okay.
And shout out to the whole Old Heart staff, and that was a great experience as well. It was my first play, and we were just looking there, like looking at the stands, and I would catch Mike sometimes just like looking out there. I'm like, bro, you about to do this? You're gonna do this? You know what I'm saying? And I honestly, at that point, I didn't know that he was considering having me on there, you know. And I was literally just sitting there. And when I was like center stage, nobody was there. We was, rehearsing stuff. I was just looking. I'm like, one day I'm gonna be able to make people laugh in a place like this and bigger. And God really just poured into me and said, boom, here we are. Here's the opportunity. And again, I thank Mike for that opportunity.
Right.
So
Yeah, that was amazing. Cause man, uh, I was so happy to meet y'all. Cause I saw a
same.
hunger in y'all eyes, and I saw a willingness to learn. And then when you all were given the opportunity to go out there and kill it, y'all killed it. You know what I'm saying? He picked y'all three on purpose. And so
Yes.
I was like, this is amazing. And just to be there and see all the things that went on, awesome. Awesome. My hat's off to you, Malachi, and Uncle Smooth Brandon. And Malachi, the
Yes.
last one I got to get on here. So I got two of y'all. So,
Yes. 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 Yes.
so
Yes.
what are your present plans right now, from August to December? How many shows are you booking? Is your phone ringing? Are you getting Instagram texts? How is that going?
Um, it's been going about pretty much the same. It's still a grind. Still being a newer comedian. It's still a thing of we need to get out there and still perfect my brand, perfect our brand. Um, so just I've had a few people say, hey, I got to show off. I have a lot of private parties, and like I said, I have a showcase coming up. So we're still just grinding, getting in front of these people who are the bookers. You know what I mean? When they have rooms, go to their room, do well, work on your material, and just it's just that simple, So just continue to be on my grind.
Right, right. Because I know Mike told you all to hit as many mics as you can. Because I've heard him
Absolutely.
tell other comedians that, and you all are actually doing it. I look at the Instagram and I'm looking to see people be watching, and I'm
Right,
one of them.
right, right.
I'm like, oh, he actually out here doing it. So that's wonderful, man. That's wonderful. So, question: you
Yes.
have this book giveaway. How does that How does that work? Let me change the scene right here so folk will know. How does that book giveaway uh, work? Because I got to, when you look back at the replay of this, you'll see that the kids are at the bottom, and then it has your Instagram link and showing
Gotcha.
where they can meet you, which we will say again at the end of the show. How did the book
Absolutely.
giveaway? How did that get started?
Okay, so I started a nonprofit called Incredible Solutions. I want to say back in 2020. Um, the reason for it is because when I went to Wayne State University, downtown Detroit was not how it was when I was at Wayne State in 2016. Um, it has been built up in a very great fashion, which I am now enjoying as a citizen here as well. But I saw a lot of people who like myself and who didn't look like myself that needed assistance. You see these people needing like direct care. You see them needing a coat. You see them needing shoes. You see them needing um, supplies, mental health, anger management, parenting class, things of that nature. You see people who have younger children at these bus stops, no backpack, carrying just a notebook type thing.
Mm,
So um, inside of my nonprofit Incredible Solutions, I have giveaways. I have things that I do for the community. One of which is my back to school drive, which is, I think this is the second, third annual one. I can't remember, but normally what I like to do is I like to set a goal, which is last year the goal, or not last year, 2 years ago the goal was 1,000 backpacks. Of course, I didn't reach 1,000, but it was a number to show like, yeah, I want to try to impact 1,000 students. So with that, this year, my goal is to have 500 backpacks. I'm highlighting a team called the Motor City Legends. It's actually my frat brother's team. He's the coach over there. And what I want to do is I want to have people donate a backpack full of supplies, or if they just want to donate some pencils, a notebook, and anything they can find that a child might need. Them tissue boxes and all that the kids
right.
need. They could donate that. Um, the Motor City Legends are not the only people that it's not the only entity that's going to be getting the donations.
Mm-hmm.
Parents can bring their student to the church, which is called the Metropolitan United Methodist Church on 8,000 Woodward, Detroit, Michigan,
Okay.
September 8th at 4 o'clock. They can come there. They can get some notebooks. They can get pencils. They can get a backpack. They can get the sanitizer, mask, things of that nature. Um, just want to help. My sister, she has children, and she does a lot of things by herself. So I know that if she's like that, then I know that there are other mothers who are single who are in need of assistance. So I try to do that in mind, just thinking like, okay, what would I need if I needed assistance, or what would my sister need? You know what I mean? So
Right.
that's why I did this back to school drive.
I think it's impressive because you actually started a movement. Okay, this isn't all about you and
Thank
what you got going on.
you.
This is a movement, and yes, you make people laugh, but you have a different intention. And it's nothing wrong with being different, but yours is special because you're trying to
Thank you.
help
Thank you.
people. So
Thank you so much.
you keep at that because God keeps opening doors for you. Yours is through comedy, and there's nothing wrong with that. This is your ministry, okay? It doesn't always
Thank you.
be in the pulpit. See, people get it mixed up. More ministry is outside the pulpit than it is in. So what you're doing is awesome because
Thank you
you
so
don't
much.
know. You're welcome. You don't know what child you're blessing. You don't know what mother you're blessing. You don't know if they were on the brink of suicide or shooting themselves, but you came in and gave them something and gave them some hope. This is
Absolutely.
impressive. And then
Thank you
y'all,
so much. Yeah.
go ahead.
Oh, I'm sorry. It just touches me sometimes when I just see like these different communities that are struggling. I was born and raised on Joy Road, and one of my goals is to really like just get. I want to get a community center over there, and in different neighborhoods, because it's like you see it where people need certain uh, assistance, direct care, not um I'm gonna get some coats and just donate it to a entity, and then they just set it in a closet, and then I can feel like, oh yeah, I feel great about myself. Like, no, what I've done with my winter accessory drive is I've taken the coats physically to a center, gave them to each patron in that center to make sure they had a coat. Um, remember the first time I did it, we had Fox 2 there. I'm gonna try to get them to come down this time to get some more exposure for it. But it's real. It's real out here, man. I've worked in foster care before. I used to work in CPS, and it's like I see where these families are being broken up at, and that just like looking at that has been like, okay, people need anger management. They need what do you call that, food assistance. They need mental health treatment. They need parenting classes, and it's just not a us thing. It's a everybody thing, so it's just one of those things that really pushed me to say, all right, let's get this nonprofit going. Let's try to help people. And I will say, with my assistance, I've been able to really impact people. I've been able to get people to the mental health treatment, get a coat, some supplies. We fed uh, people. This one, I can't remember. I think she was a teacher at Old Redford. Um, but we fed her class 25 turkeys and sides and all that. That was also donations and also my personal money at the time. But we were able to do that to help. So that's why this nonprofit is something that's really, really important. So
Yeah, you got a plan. You made a plan and you're making it happen. Now everything is falling into place. But
absolutely.
I will always tell you this: it's all because of your faith. You stepped out there. A lot of people had the opportunity, but you stepped out on the faith. A lot of people go and hide and like, I ain't gonna do that, but you stepped out on faith, and look how God is blessing you. This is
Amen.
amazing, amazing, man. I mean, like, wow. And see, you'll be able to say, hey, I was on a Netflix special, going
Right.
forward. Not too many people
Right.
can say that. Not too many people can say that. That says a lot about your integrity, your gift, and your skill level. I'm proud of you because when I went on your page and I said, wait a minute, LLC? How many people got that? I'm like
Right.
looking at. I'm like, man, what all do you do? I said,
Gotta have your own, man. Gotta have your own, man. Gotta definitely have like your own ownership of things, because I feel like it's important to really look at your life and say, okay, well, number one, I'm not knocking anybody who has a 9 to 5. I still have a 9 to 5, but it's like we got to pour into ourselves, because I'm doing so much for their brand that I'm forgetting about myself and my namesake, not my first name, my last name,
right,
you know? So it's one of those things where it's like, what am I going to pass down? And you have to stop those generational deficiencies somewhere, and it got to stop with you,
right,
because if you didn't like something, now it's time for you to change up the narrative and say, all right, bet, let me start this business, this limited liability corporation.
mm-hmm.
Boom. Now we going to keep moving along. Right now, what I do, I can do anything with my LLC. The only thing I've really done with it is branded myself, do T-shirts. I've done domino sets, make flyers, things like that. When I have children, they could take that and make it to whatever they want to make it in. And then when they children, it just goes down the line. So
Right.
I'm praying that it continues to hold weight, in the far future.
Okay. Now you have the whiteboard back there.
Yeah.
Also, is that's for jokes? Do you have one for like your goals, your ambitions, and
Oh,
stuff? Yeah.
well, yeah. So I got the composition book over here, and when I want to write something down, of course, my phone. Um, this board over here, that's for work.
Okay.
Little stuff, it's in red, so I just keep that. That's small. So the big one back here, like if I got a joke, if I need to budget something, if I got an idea real quick, I can be like, "Oh snap, let me write that down real quick." Like so. So yeah. We definitely try to get it in as much as possible and keep my mind going. So
I'm gonna give you something real quick, and I'm not paraphrasing this exact. If you work a career, you'll make a living. If you work on yourself, you'll make a fortune. And right there,
amen.
I can clearly see that you're working on your fortune because your other whiteboard is bigger than the one on your right.
Absolutely. See what I'm saying? Yeah, absolutely, absolutely.
I was like, "Oh, you got it," and you just said, "Oh, I got my book here. I write stuff." Thank you, because if you don't have a vision, where you gonna go? What you
Nowhere.
gonna do? And I'm impressed, man. So
Thank you so much.
you have the jokes. You got the LLC. What do you do for fun?
um, shit, that's I and this might sound like some. Oh, he's just saying it, man. Let me tell you something. I really have been just on such a grind like this last. I want to say couple years because the and I credit the pandemic. I hated it, but then I loved it because that was the first time I had to sit down and just say, okay, what are we doing? You know, and that was like one of the first times I was able to sit down with my lady and be like, okay, all right, we're gonna do this. Like because we had just had got kind of together. Like we were together for I want to say a year, but it's like we got to really know each other, and then I got to really know myself, and like I just told myself I want to get on this grind. I really, I'm not saying I don't have fun. Like I think the only thing we do for fun really is like might go sneak into the movies and all that. You know, that's
Wait a
about
minute.
it. Yeah, that's honestly it.
Oh,
Honestly.
oh God, hold on. How in the no? I ain't even gonna ask that because I was like, that's something that we did 40 years ago. That's why I had to laugh. We went to the old Northgate Cinema where Time Zone was at, man, and how we would sneak to the next movie. We'd go in the bathroom and be in there for a few minutes, and then sneak, come out, and go into the next cinema.
Yeah,
Oh,
yeah.
oh God, I
It's
ain't gonna
easier
ask.
now. I tell
Oh,
you
it's
what.
easier.
I ain't gonna tell you how, but it's easier now. Matter of fact, we're gonna go do that at 9:30. Elvis playing again, so we can go see Elvis now for the fifth time. But yeah, and so
I asked you that question off camera.
I got you. I'll send you the link, and everything, man. The hookup. I got you. But yeah, man. I mean, fun wise, I mean, just chilling. Like work is work. Um, you know, I just try to mentor my nieces and nephews as much as possible. I got a night where I play Fortnite with my nephews. Um, and then my nieces, they like to act and everything. Sometimes because I like skits and stuff, for fun. I guess I call them and just like do a random scene with them. Me and my girlfriend, we like to take rides. Sometimes we go out. I mean, we go out. My parents. Uh, I'm just a big family dude, man.
That's good.
I didn't, you know, honest to God, truth, man. After college and all of that, and like the incident I had when excuse person shot me type thing. I don't
I
really
got you.
be out because I don't be even
Yeah.
trying to be bothered with all that, man. If I'm not at a comedy show or something like that, I'm at home with my people writing some jokes,
Got it.
rehearsing, and then that's about it. So I know it sounds cliche, but I swear on my everything that I really don't be on nothing, bro.
No,
I'm
man.
too old for
No,
that.
no, no, no. I. This show was raw and real, and I asked the Lord to help me with it. And so far, it's been going great because I want all the guests to just be themselves. Okay, and then when you are relaxed, you can share more. When you're intense, you're in a defensive posture. But when you relax, you can share stuff that your crowd don't know. But that's amazing, man.
Yeah,
That's
amen.
amazing. That's amazing. I think you're doing a fine job with what you're doing, the LLC, the backpacks, the comedy, and you're preparing yourself because you're about to start traveling around the country. So that's coming. Just keep honing your craft. Keep hitting the mics. Let it
Amen. Absolutely.
the passion will pay for everything. Just keep grinding. Sometimes some comedians get too energetic and they don't want to listen to the people that's been in the game a while, who are telling them hit as many mics as you can. It will come, but the comedy has to be the passion. And after that, here comes the pay. Okay,
Amen.
that's just like I shot the clean comedy set. I ain't want nothing. I just enjoyed the exposure. And here it is. I get the opportunity for something like that. I had to keep shooting and shooting. Yeah, there are some gigs that I get paid for, but I enjoy the comedy set because of all the people I've been able to meet, like you and others. And I just felt led to ask you to come on the show. I'm like, something about Marcus I like. And now I
Thank you.
found out why.
Appreciate you, man. Likewise, man. It was a great experience, and even the words of wisdom that you, as well as the brothers backstage, were giving us these great things, pouring great things in us by saying, like y'all can do this, yada yada yada. It was just great and just showed what kind of support there is.
Right, right. Now, folk can find you on Instagram at Marco So Stupid. I'm gonna spell that
Yes.
out for y'all. If y'all can't read this thing up under his name, is Marco So
So
Stupid
so yeah,
STUUPID.
is Mark MARC SOSTUUPID. Yeah, sometimes everybody look at the C and the S and it be like the S is silent, but it's Mark so stupid.
Okay, I'm gonna
So
have to make that change next time because we
it's
gotta
all
have part
good.
two with you.
It's all good. It's all good. Yeah, yeah.
Well, thanks for that correction, sir. Thank you for
It's
that
all pretty.
correction.
Yeah, absolutely, man.
Now, where can they get the backpack information again?
Okay, so they can go to my Instagram, Mark MARCSOSTUUPID, or you can just email me, which is my first and last name, which is Marcus MARCUS Gleaves GLEAVES 1911 at gmail.com. Um, or just you can give me a call 313-469-3191. And just get the information. Long as you call about the information, what I'm saying. I'm gonna make sure you go to voicemail because I still owe Comcast some money. So no, because you gotta be careful with Comcast, man,
Right,
because they be tripping, man. They be like, "Oh, we want our box back." Be like, "Okay, well, I gave you the box. Now you want some more money." Like,
right.
so you gotta watch them. They ain't
Now,
on Xfinity.
right, I know that's right. Now, I want you to hit me this Thursday because I have a special gift for your backpack giveaway. So make sure you
Thank you.
contact me because I'll make arrangements
Absolutely.
because we're going to invest in what you're doing. I think it's wonderful to help children, and make sure you hit me up. We'll talk off camera off this, but man, I
Absolutely.
am so very proud of you. What you're doing is going to do well, with your vision and help these folk is going to expand. You got God in your life. You're wise for your age. You're doing great. Just keep walking in the steps that God is showing you, and the blessing it will keep coming to you. Stay
Thank you
faithful.
so much.
Get out there and keep hitting the mics. Be easy to work with, and your phone will keep ringing.
Thank you so
Okay,
much. I appreciate that.
and you will be one of the hosts of the next class, right? Are you gonna
Oh, we
be?
hope,
Yeah.
hope so.
I'm just
I would
asking.
definitely, I definitely help out whoever needs some help. As far as much as I know, I'm not a super duper expert like Mike, yet, but I definitely help whoever needs some help. So
Yeah, yeah. I appreciate y'all because y'all helped me get back on the scene. You, Malachi,
absolutely.
and Brandon. And that's right. I forgot to tell you. If you don't know, Brandon and Mike Larry gonna play a one-on-one game.
Okay, okay.
They playing a one-on-one game. So we're doing the show after they have their one-on-one matchup, and I think I'm gonna try to figure out how I can crown a winner. I'll figure that out. But that's gonna
Right.
be fun because that's gonna be, I
That's gonna be a
think,
good game.
yeah, because I saw I saw Brandon's Instagram and was cracking up, calling himself Fat Curry or what. That
Oh
was
yeah,
funny.
broken shoot, and then Mike got the game too, man. His
My,
son could ball too, man.
really? Wow.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. I'm gonna have to get them out to a run because I love the hoop. You know what I'm saying? I'm trying to get them out to one of these runs that I be going to sometimes. So
Oh, that'd be nice. Yeah.
yeah,
So
yeah,
stay tuned for that because I'm gonna definitely put the descriptions and stuff in the YouTube description when I get them from you, and I'm gonna tag Mike in this so he can see that we interviewed you. Okay.
absolutely.
I'm
Thank you so
proud
much.
of you, man. Keep
You as
Man,
well.
keep doing what you're doing. You're doing a fine job. I am so glad that you accepted the invitation to come on Map TV to
Thank you. I appreciate the
inspire the
invitation.
folk. And then folk will turn around and bless you. But don't forget Thursday. Don't forget.
Thursday, I got you. Matter of fact,
Okay, put it in your calendar.
hey Siri, remind me to hit up Keller Thursday. Well, I got you.
Mr. On the Spot Comedy.
See, it's in
I
there.
love that. I love
Yes,
that.
I treat Siri like my man's treat Jarvis. What's his name? Iron Man.
Oh
He's like, hey,
yeah.
hey Jarvis. That's Jarvis for me right there.
Right. So yeah, man, you're doing fine, and just because Netflix, it has blessings attached to it you don't see. You just keep walking, and then it leads to something else. These are all steps. You can never see the staircase unless you take the steps. And then when you get to the
Amen.
top of the steps, you can look back and see all the steps that you had to take, and see that you're humble. The door will stay open because you're easy to work with. Okay. When
Amen.
God exalts you, just stay humble. And then at that time, see, yeah, it was a 2-year grind, but it was meant. You'll have plenty of time to spend with your girlfriend moving forward. But these are the grind years that you had to really grind.
Absolutely.
But it's paying
Yeah,
off.
absolutely. We got to make sacrifices now if we want to live how we want to live, and we want our family to live how we want them to live. So,
Right. So keep up the good work
absolutely.
because you don't know who you're aspiring because there are people watching, young folk watching. You just keep doing what you're doing. Again,
Thank you.
follow Marcus Gleaves as Mark So Stupid. Mark
Thank you.
So Stupid. So we'll have him again on Map TV because this young man is wonderful, and we'll have an update of what he's doing soon. Okay, we want to thank you, Marcus, for coming on and making us laugh while we interviewing you because you was
Thank you.
hilarious, dog.
Thank you so
And I
much, man. I appreciate
appreciate
the
you, man.
opportunity.
I
You
appreciate
too.
you. And I'm about to talk to you after we end this show, so don't go nowhere.
I
Again,
got you. Absolutely.
everyone, this is Make a Plan TV. We had the wonderful comedian Marcus Gleaves. Please hit him on Instagram at Mark So Stupid. Mark So Stupid. If you type that in, his name's gonna come up there. You'll see him, and he got on this sharp red jacket, and he got this brick wall like I got. This is actually a green screen, dog. This is a green screen. But anyway, um, please support this young man, his LLC, things that he's doing to help the community, the backpack drive. Please look into him, check his social media. He's legit because if he wasn't legit, he would never got on that show and he would not be here. That's why you have to make a plan and you have to make it happen. God bless you. This is Keller. We ending the show. We'll see you again soon. Thank you, Marcus.